Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for joining us on another Denial of the Day podcast where I have my main man, Chris Barrientes. He's here somewhere, my claims manager here at Bellator Claims. We're located at bellatorclaims.com if you need us. Today, we're going to talk about something that is a little different. Chris, tell us what we're
Yes.
doing. How are you, my friend?
You know what, everyone? I'm doing great. And Taylor, thanks for asking.
Yeah,
Love doing these. These are fun.
so
It's
fun.
always good to, educate everyone, see what's going on in the industry. And I
Right.
know a lot of times we talk about some stuff that probably isn't the most exciting things in the world, but hey, we try to have fun with it. Again, we want everyone to know what basically is going on. But
Right.
this is one that Taylor and I always, kind of like to talk about one of these types of avenues of, the insurance company. Full disclosure, transparency, like what do these CEOs and executives like really make? And
Right.
so came across an article, wanted to share it with you guys, and really it just discusses the transparency in our industry to what these CEOs are making. Now, if
Right.
they're if they're a publicly traded firm, then this stuff is going to be open to the public to look. But there's a lot of insurance companies that aren't. And we just want to know, hey, be transparent just like the other ones, because obviously that pay going to those executives could affect payout and claims. So
Right.
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Guess how much State Farm CEO made in 2022, Chris?
2022, I'm going to guess 24 million a year.
What? Dude, that was insane. $24.4 million in compensation.
Oh,
This
wow.
included a bonus of $21.9 million. Did you know the
Oh,
answer to that before I asked you?
I remember something. That's why the 24 number just kind of
Okay.
stuck with me.
Okay, I'll give it to you. At least you're
Yeah.
being honest. But this is the deal. And I'm going to read a little bit from the article. So excuse me if you see me reading, but it's important. And the thing is, publicly traded companies already do this, and this is legislation that they're trying to introduce in Florida, discusses a proposed Florida Senate bill that would require insurance companies to disclose the compensation of their executives and financial relationships with related entities. Why wouldn't they share this? Well, concerns arise that some executives might be diverting funds through undisclosed deals with related entities, potentially undermining the company's financial stability and policyholder trust. Weird. So they don't want to disclose because they're doing shady stuff. Ah, okay. So, I mean, come on, be honest, be fair. If you're a publicly traded company, you already have to do this because the shareholders are paying your income one way or the other, right? Obviously, revenue comes in too, but without the shareholders, you wouldn't be here. Same thing with mutual companies that aren't necessarily a publicly traded company, but have their clients, everybody is a mutual owner of that. And so I don't know exactly specifically what entities that they're talking
Mhm.
about here, but I don't think there's any negative to disclosing the truth of what these executives are making.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And the fact that you said that article or a specific portion in that article where concerns arise, and I'm reading this too, so bear with me.
Right.
Concerns arise that some executives might be diverting funds through undisclosed deals related to entities. That just kind of tells you right there. It's like, okay, you ever heard of that term shell company? Shell company, shell company. It keeps going down to you got
Right.
40 different shell companies, and you're like,
Jackie LeManchek
Jackie
knows.
LaMancha, exactly.
Rainmaker.
So that's just what caught my attention. I'm like, man, you guys are smart. I get it. But at the
Yeah,
same
they're
time,
they're
you
they're
know,
smart and they have a ton of money and they have a ton of accountants, they have a ton of lawyers that do all this shell game that you talked about that
mhm.
like just be honest, be fair. Why wouldn't you share what's going on, especially with such a highly publicly known company, right? And
Mhm.
a highly publicly known industry. One of the things that we also need to do in this specific situation is give credit to this article that we found on Merlin's Law blog. Okay, so this
Mhm.
comes from their law blog, and we're taking it and kind of discussing it because it is so relevant to the industry right now with all the disasters that are happening, fires like wildfires in California, hurricanes in Florida, and everywhere in between, right? All these things are happening. And I think more specifically, more importantly, it's these advertising and marketing agreements they have with these huge celebrity endorsers that are really taking out. I think, Chris, you and I talked about it, was like almost $1 billion collectively that they're paying these people. That's a ton of claims that could be paid for that.
I know. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that in the media and everything right now, probably insurance companies aren't getting the best rep, or getting the best rep, I should say. And just because a lot of things going on, insurance companies are pulling out of different states before, and
Right.
which leaves a smaller pool of insurance companies. Their premiums can go up higher. Where's the competition? I get it, but I think that this article is great just because if you have the transparency, especially when you get a lot of negative media right now,
Right.
that's the best time to be transparent.
Yeah,
So
man. I agree.
that's what we want to see completely.
Yeah. What are they hiding?
That's just it.
That's
Yeah.
all we're asking. And
And
especially if they're diverting funds and creating instability in their company, like you should for sure be disclosing that crap, right?
uh,
So, but we just want you guys to understand what we deal with on a daily basis. The stuff that happens in the background directly affects our ability to get your claim fully and fairly paid. And within that, our kind of position is like, well, you, insurance company, you guys went into an agreement with the insured who we're representing, and your stupidity in making terrible financial decisions shouldn't be the reason that you're not paying this claim for the insured who you have an agreement with, which is called a policy, which is actually just a contract. Okay. And so, like, okay, we get it. You're hitting tough times. Well, you're the one that took all the risks to hopefully make money, and sometimes that just doesn't pan out. Pay the
mhm.
freaking claim. So, if you're a commercial property owner, residential, industrial, contact us today at bellatorclaims.com. We're here to help you as the insured fight the insurance companies when they're being unfair. Now, one of the things I want you to know is when you like and comment and share this video, it actually gets out to more people that we're trying to reach so we can have those people understand and learn how to fight the insurance companies too. And if you like what we're doing here, please subscribe. Chris, I'm going to give you the last word here, my friend.
Taylor, you always put me on the spot in the last word here, and I usually have nothing to say, but I'm glad you put it on me today because I have nothing to say. I just enjoy doing these podcasts for everyone,
Absolutely. Dude, that's great.
and
Absolutely. We enjoy doing the podcast. We hope that you enjoy getting the information and just the humor and energy that we bring into the world. Please, if you appreciate it, subscribe. Thank you so much. BellatorClaims.com.